Guys, welcome back to the channel. S here from s&a'sorgnitecreations. Nice little pendant in that. Rodin coil. Anyway, now this is going to be a little bit of a different video. It is a testing video. And it is with your typical traditional orgonite mix, okay, that people really promote, and it's everywhere. Not as everywhere, well, I guess it is, as those fake pyramids and stuff like that, the fake orgonite, but yeah, I mean the typical 50-50 mix, your large metal shavings, mainly it's aluminium, and use a quartz crystal. They say that's what you need, that's essential, yes it is, and that's all you need though. Alright, so there's people that'll fight for that. You just need resin, the metals, crystal, that's it. Alright, now our mix is something completely different. It's ahead of that ball game completely. So this test is a testing video, just like what we've done with the lemons, but it is different. So yeah, it's different. Previously we've done our orgonite versus Ken Rollers. Now Ken Rollers does proper orgonite. He calls it Ormusite or Ormusite. It's a mixture that he invented. We've got our own mix that we've invented, and I can say that it's ahead of the curve, the 50-50 ratio, the typical stuff. It's well ahead of that. I'm going to show you in a sec what I'm doing. But we went head to head with Ken Roller's charge plate, one of ours, charge plates versus his. Ours did fare better. Alright, but it was very close. This here, what I'm going to show you is night and day again. Alright, it's like orgonite. The previous one you've seen were our little mini charge plates, orgonite versus the control, no orgonite. It's on par with that. Alright, so I'm going to flip this around and I'm going to get into it. Alright. Now the setting is the same, so it's taking place in the same area. So I'm going to get into, you can see now. Let me just explain. I'm missing the first part of this video where I get the lemon, I've cut it, and it's in the bags, and then the start of it where it starts off fresh. I'm missing that, so I'm going to be redoing this test. Okay, I'm going to be redoing it, so you get to see it. It's in fresh bags. Basically, I've just messed up the video. I've lost it. It's gone, so I can't show you that recording, but this is what's going on. So I'll show you in a sec all this. All right, this is what I got recently, well, a little while ago, I guess maybe a month or two ago, off of someone on Etsy that's really in the know of the groups and stuff like that, really heavy promoted. He's a top contributor in all the stuff, all the Etsy, all the Facebook groups and stuff like that. Okay, I can give you a name, but I don't want to give you the name because this is not what it's about. I don't want to really. They believe what they believe. There'd be no changing their mind because they're fixed. I've been doing it for 20 years plus. You know, yeah, full veteran in this field. You know, so this is it. You've got a quartz crystal point. You've got a little bit of color resin there, the purple. So that's whatever. That's just to make it look better, I guess. This would be your 50-50 mix of aluminium. I think there might be brass in there too somewhere. Right, but this is it. All right, your typical stuff: resin, crystal, large metal chunks. All right. Now I've been saying the whole time, aluminium. Like there's scientists that's like Nikolai Kozyrev, Russian scientist. He's shown that aluminium partially blocks scalar waves. This is supposed to put out a scalar field, orgone, lifeforce, chi, prana. It's an energetic field. It's supposed to be a structuring field of energy that these here throw out, yes? They harmonize EMFs and all the rest of it. So that's why good orgonite will help preserve fruits, veggies, structure water, help harmonize the negative effects of EMF because it's life-giving, good healing energy, all right? So that's there. Right, over here to compare, we've just got one of our black pocket pieces, okay, that we offer here, okay. Now, to be fair, like this isn't sanded or whatever. We get rid of these sharp edges and that. This is just fresh out the mold. When I've done this, so it's fully set. This is our typical blend that's in all of our stuff. Chakra blend, lots and lots of stuff. There's 20 plus ingredients that go into this. And I could argue the point that there's actually 100 plus, but we're not going to get into those finer details, okay? So basically there is 100 plus ingredients in this, but we're not going to get into that. Now this test, like I say, I am going to do it again, but I've had it so they are leaning up against the edge there, okay? They're pushed hard up against the edge sort of thing like that. They're sitting like that. This one here is the same, all right? So it's up against it. Instead of sitting on top, it's a little bit different. Now, this one here, you can see the part that's touching the orgonite is the part that's gone mouldy and is decaying. All right, can you see? That is like night and day, day, night, all right? This side here, and it's half, it's like fully defined, all right? So this is the side, it's so interesting, that was resting up against that. So is this producing life force energy? So is this producing life force energy that is beneficial? No, it's not. Because why is one side decaying that's closest to this and one side isn't, that's further away? That's weird to me. And you can see the defying sort of line. All right, moldy, not moldy. That to me is really far out weird, okay? But like I'm saying, we're gonna do this test again. All right, so this one here that's been up there as well, where's that mold? There is no mold. That just spots from the lemon. That's not actually mold from the tree. That's actually not mold. There is a little bit of molding on top there. Yes, there is. But of course, because you've cut it and it's exposed, it is going to mold over time. Of course it is. All things are going to die and rot eventually. But it's very, very slowed down. It's not, that is way better than that. Yes, this is way more further along. And let's give it the old mush test. Very soft. Very mushy, okay? No, don't even have to squeeze it hard. Let's test this one because I haven't done this yet. Look at that. Squeeze it harder. That's very firm, okay? So there's a massive difference. So our orgonite, what we make here, our typical mix, there's, this is our creation. This is our specific mix, okay? Just like, our invention or whatever of what's actually in there. Just like what Ken Rohla would, or, Karl Welz, the originator of orgonite. They've got their own mix, their own, what goes in there, their own recipe. We've got ours, and it bloody works, all right? The typical stuff, if you Google how to make orgonite, this is what you're going to see. And this is what they're going to tell you. You need to do 50-50 metals to resin. It has to be these larger pieces because they say that's better. Don't use powdered stuff. Don't do this. But this works. Do this, and this doesn't work. All right. Do you see why I'm a little bit like, ooh, look, like, I'm complaining or whatever? But this stuff's everywhere. It's just like the fake orgonites. To me, this is fake. Because it doesn't work, it's rubbish. There's people out there, not that I'm saying this, but there's people saying that, because this came about because of Don and Carol Croft, right? There's people saying that they were more likely to be, they were shills or whatever. Controlled opposition, they're promoting this to steer people away from the good stuff, all right? To get people to make all this, because it does this, all right? So, do your own testing, guys. We are going to be redoing this test. But you can see, like, why is the side that I put up against this the side that's decaying the most? The first, first. You can see, like, you can do this test yourself. I'm not bullshitting or whatever. This is real. This is happening. All right. I think you guys can tell who are following that I am very serious about this stuff. And the testing, I'm probably one of the only people that actually really test properly. And maybe one day I'll get into freeze testing, meaning not to do it so you get to see it, but not to do it so you can see the effects of the freeze test, because more exposing it, all right? Because to do a freeze test, right, it matters what position in the fridge, what container you're using, what type of water you're doing. There's so much to it, and I can have no orgonite around at all in a separate freezer, away from the house, like not in the house, and depending on the container, the condition, the position, what's in the freezer, and all the rest of it, different water types, you get different results. And I can get a good result of what you'd say, this is super strong orgonite, look at the results. I can get that without any orgonite present. All right. So testing by the freeze test, to me, is not legit. Like, you can do it and play around and see what results you get and all the rest of it, but that's no indication, because I can take what you just seen over there, the 50-50 ratio, the not ours, put it in the freezer, do a water test, and get a good result. I can do the same with ours. I can do the same with no orgonite, or I can do the same with anything. I can do the same sitting it on a pack of frozen peas. You know what I mean? So you can get the same results. All right. Don't believe the water tests. That's not a real test, in my opinion. The real test is preserving fruits, vegetables, growing, so sprouting, so getting a seed. Doing exactly the same versus control the same thing, meaning the same water. I mean, counting out the water, measuring it accurately as you can, putting it in the same location, the same light, and all the rest of it, okay? And seeing the results. Because we've done that, and we get way more growth, and it was just with a little pendant. It wasn't even with this one, because this is more advanced. This is a Rodin coil. This is more stronger. This is a better effect. It's got the toroid, the mathematics and the geometry of the toroid. Everything's toroid. Yeah, everything's a toroid. Sorry this video keeps cutting in and out or whatever. It looks like I'm having different takes, but I'm at the limit that my phone can store. The memory is full. So it's only letting me record like 3 2-minute sort of things, and it stops. And then I press record again, and it does it again, because I'm at the limit of my memory. Anyway, where was I? So, yeah, I'm showing and I'm proving that what we're making is producing a beneficial, life-giving energy field, which is harmonizing, it's structuring when it comes to water, when it comes to Wi-Fi, EMF, radiation, the bad energy, because this is good. Good always prevails. Good always, it's like love. Love will be the strongest vibration, the strongest everything, where evil, bad things are the lower vibration, yeah? So, our orgonite is producing a better life force energy. It's preserving it. I will be doing another test, and I'll record it from start to finish. I might even, I don't know, but I might even get the lemon and I might cut it into 4s as accurately as I can. I'll put 1 on ours, 1 on the other one that did like the 50-50, the crap orgonite, in my opinion. It's not real orgonite. You can make it far better, like what we're doing. And then 1 in the middle, and then see what happens. All right. I like a control in the middle. If the control in the middle it should rot the fastest and go moldy the fastest, but if the 50-50, not our orgonite, the crap one, if that makes it rot faster, then we know that the typical orgonite, is actually doing more harm than good. You see? So we might do that, might venture that. That might be a beneficial or better video. So yeah, maybe the setup will be a quarter on here, a quarter over here, and I might just use the 1 quarter here or the 2. All right, but it's got to be cut into 4s. All right, so I might do that. Sit 2 of them there, or 1, doesn't really matter, and just dice the other one. As long as there's a piece here, and a piece over here, and then we'll see the effects. I don't know the outcome of that because I've never done it, but I dare say this one will probably fare off worse than the actual control. We will see. How interesting would that be? All right, but for now, like I'm saying, this is, to me, devastating. All right, to have that leaning up against that, to have that one leaning up against that one, so it's touching on the side. So it's just touching on the side, leaning up. And yeah, it's devastating. This is far better than this one. Far better. All right, that's disgusting. All right, guys. So that is it. I hope you like that. We're going to be doing another video, so hang tight for that. And it's just because I lost that first part of the video. All right, but that's the test. All right. get some of our orgonite, check out our other videos or other testing videos or whatever, or orgonite creations in general, and yeah, you can get yourself some and try this test for yourself. You'll be amazed. It really does work, and it really does help with your water, and it really does do what orgonite is supposed to do. Alright, that is it. I recommend a protection pendant to wear always, because what's this doing to your body? If it's preserving the fruit, vegetables by structuring the water and all the rest of it, the energetics about the orgonite is having an effect on you. Our bodies are mostly water. Makes sense? Alright guys, that is it. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.